Yo! What's up, everybody? Another live stream. We got a lot to talk about today. I don't know if you saw. I see some people already in the chat. What's up, Chris? JP Taylor. Double A. 07. Anyway, so much stuff happened this week. We got new reveals. They're all exclusives. Fabulous. Excuse me. A bunch of new stuff is shipping. Some exclusives are shipping. Also, some other stuff is shipping. And then there's a bunch of other toy news I kind of wanted to get to. Some pictures of some other stuff kind of surfaced that I wanted to show, along with some other toy news, like the Target Geek Out thing is going on today, or going on these weeks every Friday. And they had some stuff for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And there's a ton of stuff. So I wanted to see if we get to it all. We probably won't be able to get to it all. What's up? Frag Films? So as more people populate, I don't know if everybody saw. Mr. Grudge, what's up? Yeah. Reggie Moore, what's up? So so I'm assuming that most people saw, but there were this week some Andor figures, pictures of some Andor figures surfaced, originally from good friend of the channel, Usual Mike, from Usual Mike TV. Darth Knight Prime, what's going on? They showed up, and they eventually got revealed, and when their pre-order times are going to be. So they're all there's 4 of them. 2 are Target exclusives, 2 are Walmart exclusives. Yippee, hooray for that. And they gave the times when they're going to be available. What's up, Juan? So yeah, so there's new stuff. There's new exclusives that have been revealed. They have pre-order dates. There's new Gaming Greats figures that have been revealed, which are GameStop exclusives, as we know. Yeah, so Isaac, what's up? So Chris, you basically read my mind when I saw these figures, and I mean, I could care less about them right now, but I think that's also a symptom of the fact that we haven't seen the show yet. We haven't seen any episodes of the show, so we don't really know anything about these characters really, other than Cassian. And we don't know if the show is any good. So I think that's probably part of the reason why they made the pre-order dates after the show airs. The show airs 3 episodes on September 21st. The first 2 pre-orders are on the 23rd. The next 2 are on October 6th. So we'll go over some of that stuff too. What's up, Lord D's? Yeah, so Reggie Moore. More Gaming Greats in the crappy packaging. I don't know if you've seen, but more pictures of people straight up just ripping open the packaging and taking the figure out. More people have made reports of figure swaps, bad paint apps, all this stuff from this packaging, which all of our nightmares are coming true. Everything we predicted was going to happen with this crappy packaging is now happening. Thank you, Hasbro. You should have checked with us. You should have checked with us. So unfortunately, all those things are happening. Also, one other thing is happening, which I don't think that anybody kind of thought. Maybe they did. I certainly didn't. So we'll talk about that. There's been one other consequence, but like I wanted this, but from I know I mention it every single time, but every time I bring up the packaging, I bring up this point. The girl, I don't know what her name is, but she's the G.I. Joe girl. She's, I think she's blonde. Most people who like correct G.I. Joes don't like her. I don't know much about her, but I know there's always hate in the comments about her, so I don't know. But what she said, oh, what's up, Mitch? I want everybody to check out Mitch's, but I'll get to her point in a second. I want everybody to check out Mitch's. So Mitch has a new helmet because it's been 1 month next to his name, he's been a member for 1 month. He's one of the new helmets. I can't see it because I'm in StreamYard right now. So, but I know that it shows up for him. And so it's the Incinerator Trooper helmet, I think. Everybody has 1 month or less has the Clone Trooper helmet. And then one person, David Edge, who's not here, but he usually shows up, he has so Mitch has he's on the 2nd month, and David Edge is on his 3rd month, and he has the X-Wing helmet, and that's for the 3rd month. So you only get the helmets if you're a member, and he's already here. So yeah, man, new helmet. It actually was originally the Stormtrooper helmet, but there wasn't much of a difference I could notice between the Clone Trooper and the Stormtrooper helmet. So I made it the Incinerator Trooper helmet because it's got the red and you could see it differently. Oh, it's the lady. No, it's the lady. It's one of the ladies who speak about G.I. Joe. It's not a character. It's like one of the Hasbro people who speak about G.I. Joes. So, Jay McGinn, what's up? So, this is a good question. So, how many did we get? We got 3 for Obi-Wan for Black Series, right? So, get ready. They're coming. Cassians are coming. More Cassians for us all. I knew they'd figure out a way to sell us more Cassians. They didn't get enough to us in like 2016. But so the point I was trying to make about the woman who speaks about the G.I. Joe, she said something interesting about the packaging. She did say that G.I. Joe was going to be getting the packaging. Emily, is it Emily? I don't know. I thought Emily was a Star Wars team. I'm talking about the G.I. Joe. No. She's from Hasbro. She works at Hasbro. She's like, she's one of the people who speak about G.I. Joes. If you have like G.I. Joe info, or she, if there was a live stream for G.I. Joe or something. I forget. She has blonde hair. I don't know what her name is, but no, she works for Hasbro, and she said something interesting about the packaging. And what she said was that G.I. Joe is switching to the new windowless packaging. All right, so maybe her name is Emily. I don't know. I guess they have an Emily on the Star Wars team and on the G.I. Joe team. I have no idea. But she said that for 2023, Jesus Christ. Really? Well, I'm just thinking it off the top of my head, bro. Wow, that much hate already, Chris. So anyway, as I was saying, Chris, she said that the packaging for G.I. Joe is going to switch to the windowless packaging. However, and that's only set in stone for 2023. So it the way she said it opens up the door that they don't know what they're going to do for 2024. So it might just be something that they're trying out for 2023. So there's still hope, is basically the point I'm trying to make. So maybe they're just trying it out, and maybe they're going to figure out that this is a horrible idea and switch back. But, okay, so yes, there is 2 Emilys. The G.I. Joe Emily. So she said something along those lines. So I thought that was very interesting. So there might be hope for us still. But in the meantime, things are not looking good for the new packaging. Everything that we thought was going to be bad is happening. So unfortunately, that's the case. But there was one other thing I wanted to mention about the packaging that I don't think anyone foresaw, or maybe they did. I don't know. So parents, I guess it's more, so parents not knowing that Hasbro has switched their packaging, seeing a windowless box, they assume that it's a game and not a figure. So they're not buying it for their kids when they're looking for a figure, because they think it's like some sort of like board game or card game or something, because figures have windows and they see the figure. And now that they don't have them, they're assuming it's some type of game and not buying it if they're looking for an action figure, which I thought was both interesting and hilarious at the same time. So they got that problem too, which is interesting. Um, so yeah, so a lot of bad things happening with the packaging. I posted a picture of them being somebody sent me some pictures of some open packaging in Target or something, and then the comments blew up of people telling me, "Oh, I saw this, I saw this." Someone actually already said that he got a super warped figure, but because you couldn't see it because he had to open it first, and when he got home, it was like just warped, and it was one of the Spider-Man figures. They were all so we're off to a great start, which is awesome. Um, so let me see if I can find. Yeah, so let me see, where is it? So a lot of other stuff has happened. I posted a lot of other things that have been going on this week. See, this guy sent this to me, and then the comments started flooding in about you know, all the other experiences people have had. I don't need to know that. Okay. Oh, never mind. I gotta open it in this window. Okay. Um. So I don't think they're concerned with less plastic at all. Actually, see, someone else brought up that point where you can buy the fingers loose and not have the packaging, and that might be a different way to do it for some people who don't care about the packaging, or to make it cheaper. So interesting thought. I don't know if they're going to do something like that. Um, but we all know that they don't really care about the packaging. It's more about the tax cut that they get by having packaging this like that. But like I've said every single time I've mentioned this, I wish they could have just use recycled plastic. Yeah, the monkey's back. That is true. So let me see. No, in fact, the collectors too, because like this one, like I said, the guy got a warp figure. You can't see the paint apps anymore. You can't see the paint apps. So if you're somebody who likes, for example, you like really straight on eyes, which is sometimes a problem, not so much now that they do the photoreal tech, but or some other type of paint apps or straight lines or whatever. You can't see if your figure has good paint apps right now. It's what else were we talking about? A bunch of stuff. So it's alienating, the mint box collectors. Are they going to keep collecting now that they can't see the figure? Because you don't want to collect a bunch of boxes that have just a picture on it. Um, Also affects AFA grading or any grading system that there is for a lot of the packaging, because they grade the figure as well when they grade AFA grade. Now that it's just a box, I mean, I know they grade like box, like if you have like an unopened TV old Kenner 1980 X-wing or something, they'll grade the box or something and still give it an AFA grade. But yeah, so yes, figure swappers. Somebody mentioned the figure swappers. Or not even figure swappers, just stealing stealing it out of the box, just taking it home, opening it, and leaving nothing. So I think it creates a lot of problems, and it's interesting they didn't really think about them. So I need to. So yeah, it's been a lot of stuff, a lot of problems with it, and it's all happening, which is great news for everybody. And I was going to use some of these pictures, but now I have to. Something happened with my laptop where I lost all my cookies and passwords and stuff. I didn't clear it, but it happened. So I gotta re-sign into all these things so I can show pictures of stuff for you guys. So just bear with me for 1 second. Come on. Hmm. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. All right. Okay, good. Fine, just let me in. All right, that's better. Now I feel better that it's on. Okay. So anyway, a lot of stuff's happening. Yeah, but some people don't buy online specifically because of this reason. The warp figure. If you're ordering it via online retailer, they aren't going to see the figure before they order it anyway. So some people only figure hunt for this specific reason, and some people might order if they order some from online, they might order like 5 and keep the good one and return the other ones. And now you'd have to open them all to find out. So it still kind of affects that way, which sucks. Um, well, this is interesting. Hasbro is using images of on the packaging that do not resemble how the figure actually looks. Comic book go right. I saw this one. Um, oh, really? That I didn't notice. Great example with pinless joints being advertised on the package. I didn't know that. I saw that was up for pre-order though. Um, and I thought it kind of looked pretty good, but I didn't know that was happening. That's kind of messed up. You know what I mean? Would you ever make another video with a top 10 missing Black Series figures? Yeah, I definitely did. Sometimes we a few live streams ago we talked about the best missing figures. But yeah, I'd like to make that. I also would like to do one that's a fan vote. I kind of like doing those better than my top 10, but letting you guys vote on what you think are the best ones that are missing. Um, and ranking them and counting up the votes and ranking them, although counting up the votes takes forever sometimes. um, because I get a lot of figures get one vote, and tallying up all the one votes. I think the last time I did a fan vote, it took me like 3 days to tally up all the votes. I mean, I didn't sit there all day and do it, but it took me 3 sittings on 3 separate days to tally them all up. The shorter videos? What shorter videos did I used to do? You mean my videos are too long? You mean 25 minutes is too long? You mean talking about figures for 25 minutes is a way too long video? What do you mean? So, anyway, the fact that I just wanted to talk about the fact that, all the figures revealed for Andor have been exclusives. Um, 2 of them are for Walmart. I don't know if you guys saw. If you didn't see, so 2 of them are Walmart. 2 of them are Target. The Target ones are up for pre-order on September 23rd at 9 a.m. They're going to be part of the Target Geek Out event that's currently going on. These are the ones for Target. I will bring them up. So there they are. So those are the ones for Target. We got a Shore Trooper that has a slightly different paint job. We have a I don't even know who this guy is, but oh, you mean like actual videos? Oh, shorter videos. I get what you mean. Yeah, yeah, like an actual video I put together. Yeah, I wish I had more time to do it. They take a long time. So the problem is this is a lot easier. This isn't going to be the regular format for the rest of the time that I have a channel. This is just easier for right now. As I ease into something else for work financially here, I don't have enough time in the day to do videos right now. So I'm working on one. I forgot what it was. Oh, right. Black Series most shocking prices. Like the figures where you're like, I can't believe this costs this much money right now. Not necessarily the most expensive figures, but the most shocking prices where you're like, this is ridiculous. I can't believe this costs this much money. High or low. It can be low too. So so I made a list for that. I just got to kind of write it out and stuff. But I wish that I had more time to do that. I wish I could do that all the time, but I can't. So But having this weekly gives me an opportunity to at least have something post and talk to you guys for a little bit. So well, that's interesting you say this, Wheel of Chaotic Doom. So with the new packaging coming into effect, I haven't pre-ordered much. Okay. I have 9 pre-orders inbound and 4 figures I've yet to pre-order. So Wheels of Chaotic Doom is out, which is interesting. I know a lot of people are starting to feel in that same way. Um, I hold on, let me just bring this back way up. So, I've definitely slowed down on the pre-order tip. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm sorry, I'm reading the comments as we go. So I've definitely slowed down. I used to pre-order everything immediately, and pre-order several. Sometimes I'd cut back and not get several, but I'd immediately pre-order like 2 or something. Now it's depends. I haven't pre-ordered everything. It's just son of a bitch. Okay, so anyway, I hope you guys can hear me. It looks like there's something with the internet right now. Anyway, so yeah, some people yeah, so there's a lot of people who would rather find their figures. I used to be that way. I used to be someone who wanted I still I do, but I it's not even worth it. I used to be the type of person that would want to um I want to go out on toy hunts. I want to find my figures that way. I want to pick up my figures. I want to choose the one that I want. I want to What's up, Max? I want I want the feeling, the good feeling of finding it in the wild and be like, finally, like success, I found it. And but it's not worth it for me anymore. There's just never anything out there, and it's very it's so hard to find them now. Like it's not even worth it to me. So I do still go and hit the stores. I not as often as I used to, but I do like seeing what's out and what stores have what figures out, what's coming out in the stores. There's certain figures that it's a lot easier to find in stores, but not Star Wars really, or some of the other figures. So yeah, there's more satisfaction of finding the figure than if you order it. So, but I can't do it as much. So I don't accept, there's some things that it's a lot easier to do it that way. Like basically if you collect NECA Ninja Turtles, you don't have a choice. You have to go do it that way most of the time. So that's just the way it is. So with them, sometimes the cartoon ones come up on Target like there is now. We'll probably talk about that in a little bit. That's very rare that the Walmart ones go up on walmart.com, so that means you got to get out there and find them, which is unfortunate because they're really hard to find, and there's most of the time they're in 2-packs, and the 2-packs, stores only get like 2 of them. There's only 2 in a case, 2-packs in a case. It's a horrible decision. I don't know who came up with that, but I just want to switch this Wi-Fi here. Turn that off. So I don't collect Transformers. I had them when I was a kid. Loved the show as a kid. I don't collect Transformers now, and it's the one thing I know almost absolutely nothing about. I know nothing about collecting Transformers. I wish I knew more, but I know nothing. I am not the go-to for Transformers. So somebody asked something up here, but I was unable to. Yeah. So, all right, Reggie. So the Mountain Trooper, is that what they called it? I forget his name, but I know what I know you're talking about. So yeah, that was a Target exclusive. It was when the Galaxy's Edge stuff was hitting Target. They had like a promotion where Galaxy's Edge stuff would be available at Target, and they had like some of the Black Series figures, and the Mountain Trooper was one, which was a cool trooper. It was the hardest one for me to find, but I eventually found it. I know he's not going for very much on the secondary market, I think, the last time I saw. So if you're looking for one, I don't think it's very expensive. But yeah, that's a pretty cool figure. So yeah, so this is the problem, Chris. I, I've had oh, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that, Chris. So yeah, I've had kind of bipolar experiences with living near a city and toy hunting. Whereas sometimes so because there's more people in the city, it's hard to find the figure because somebody else has probably been there and found it. But I've also found that sometimes the city, the Targets or Walmarts near cities, because they're near cities, that they keep them stocked more because there's more people running through as opposed to one in the suburbs. So I've also had really good luck at ones in the city because they have more, because they're going to have more stuff because they stock it as a city Target as opposed to, one in the suburbs. So although you can find pretty good stuff in the suburb Targets too, because especially if you pick ones that are in the middle of nowhere, sometimes they have a ton of stuff, and you're like, wow, I can't believe this is here. Can't believe I found this on a shelf. So yeah, I'm especially in the past, but I'm lucky. There's like 2 Targets within 15 minutes of me, and they're both in the same town, surprisingly. So I get to hit those, and there's a Walmart in between them. So it's kind of like an easy little toy run right there, toy hunt going on just those 3 places. But then, within driving distance, there's a bunch of stuff within near me, so it's easy for me to go on actually, my area is a pretty good little toy hunt, actually. I've lived in worst areas for toy hunts. How about this? Wow. So wait, aren't you from Wheels of Chaotic Doom? I think aren't you from yeah, Australia. Okay. So yeah, so Creel, there's actually some news on Creel if we want to get to it right now. But gaming grades, which gaming grades are clogging the shelves? I'd like to know. And the Ponda Baba wave is clogging I believe you. I believe you because there's a lot of peg warmers in there. I don't know. They might have really overproduced that wave. Although I thought it was a good wave. We got Ponda Baba and the Doctor. We got the Boba Fett in there. What else is in there? Was Bib in there? Bib Fortuna and Fennec Shand, right? That was a pretty good wave, I thought. But I'm kind of like I'm like an OT junkie, so for me that's like the OT figures I really like, even though they're not super popular nowadays. Some people, even the younger collectors, I've seen them say, "Why are we releasing these figures that no one cares about?" And I'm like, I care about them. Well, oh yeah, the gaming grades. Yes. And there's Creel news. Yes, Sergeant Creel. There is news. Oh, I was actually going to ask you guys. I was looking forward to this because I don't know anybody else who really reads the comics. Other than let me see, my ex-girlfriend did, and I know the Out of the Basement guys do, but I generally miss their Sunday thing because I'm here all day. We're here all day on Saturday, so on Sunday I don't really get to. I'm usually out doing stuff that I didn't get to do today. So Yakface posted a nice cryptic little message saying that Sergeant Creel is going to be getting a friend released. Who it is, I have no idea. But let's see. So you guys, I'm hoping somebody in here actually reads the comics and could tell me who it could possibly be. But they did post a picture of like dude's friends. I don't know much about Scar Squadron or whatever they are, but maybe somebody can help me. Yeah. All right. So wait, hold on. So yeah, here we go. This is so if you're gonna toy hunt, especially Walmart, not so much Target though, but more Walmart. If you go very early in the morning, they usually have stuff stocked early, early, early. So you got to go super early. Target isn't always like that, but Walmart does that. Oh, sex bots. What up? Oh, a whole bunch of them. Welcome, sex bots. So Isaac, dude, the morning that this is the first, the morning the Galaxy's Edge figures were released. Dude, I almost got in a fight with somebody. Like, never seen a fight over Star Wars figures or any of these things. I've heard about them. Almost got in a fight. Dude tried to rip the figure out of my hands. I think I told the story in one of my videos. Dude tried to literally rip it out of my hand. And it didn't help that he was like a big steroids dude. He was massive. So I may have became a stomped out pancake, but I was going down swinging. So yeah, I can't. It was crazy, and there was a line too. But almost got in a fight. He tried to rip it right out of my hand. So Max reads some comics. Maybe you can help us with this Sergeant Creel. I guess he's getting somebody. It would probably. I doubt it's the big guy in the back because they'd have to do a new mold, but it's probably another stormtrooper that they're gonna dress up. Read the comics. The fact that Creel fought an untrained force-sensitive Luke, lost an arm, survived. Is oh cool. Oh, nice. So maybe you guys know. So all right. So maybe everybody doesn't know the names. I don't know. I don't know who they are. But Lumia. All right. Some of you guys know. Oh, there you go. Oh, what's up, Jedi Crafts? It's the first time I think I've seen you in here. Oh, Isaac, you saw it. Yeah, dude. Nice, Mitch. I went to Walmart this morning and they had the fifth brother and Reva. And after I left, they still had the fifth brother and Reva. So I haven't gotten the fifth brother yet, but my Revas are on the way from Amazon. Oh, I see. So this all right. So let's see what's hogging the pegs in Australia. So Stormtrooper Commander, Admiral Rampart too, huh? The Shadow Trooper, Jedi Fallen Order Scout Trooper. I don't think we gotten that one yet. Oh yeah, and the Wookiee. So yeah, actually, now that I think about it, all of those figures, I think all of them, other than the Scout Trooper, or maybe the Scout Trooper, I don't remember. They're usually last time I went to GameStop, they were stocked with these things. And GameStop.com always has them in stock, and they can't even get rid of them if they drop them in the price. So I don't know. It's just I don't know. I think people are getting tired of the gaming greats Frankenstein figures and want them to actually release like a good figure in the gaming greats. Yeah, so that's why they think the comic line could work. It's just that it doesn't have a very large budget, so it's gonna have to be Frankenstein's, and they're gonna be all Frankenstein figures. So which is unfortunate because I think they could have really made something cool here and actually brought more people into the comics, who get them more into that media and bring it more to the forefront. But they're doing the Hasbro thing and they're cheaping out and they're like, how can we release this many figures the cheapest way possible, all within this budget where they really should, divide the budget. If they have the budget's 3 figures, they should make it 2 figures and make 2 new ones or something because everybody was disappointed in Black Stanton. I know the story behind Black Stanton. I know that, they had the figure before they knew that Black Stanton was going to be in the Book of Boba Fett, but I mean, it is still just a disappointment. And then, I think the Leia figure might be kind of cool. I haven't gotten it yet, but who else? The Infinity's Vader. I don't know. What do you guys feel about that? The white Vader. But it's going to be a bunch of figures like that are just kind of like the Gaming Greats line. I think they're just spreading themselves too thin with these different lines that aren't budgeted to be new figures. We don't need any more of those lines. We really don't. Like, that's what's kind of dividing or that's what's pushing people into not being collecting every figure. Because once you're selecting your figures and not buying everyone that comes out, you get way more selective than you would ever think you would be, and you end up buying 1 or 2 out of a wave, 1 instead of the 5 or 6 that you would usually buy. So you would think that releasing more figures would make more sales, but it might be potentially making you get less sales. It's certainly not. It's certainly alienating your core audience that buys all these figures. So I don't know. It's just Dark Clueless. What's up, buddy? So that's something I didn't know it was sold out, but that's something I wanted to talk about exclusives today. I wanted to talk about exclusives today, and I wanted to talk about the fact, that this was a Gaming Greats figure, the 13th Battalion Trooper, that was available at Entertainment Earth and Big Bad Toy Store, maybe even Dork Size too. I didn't check though. That's something I did want to talk about today. Is the fact that they're, so Andor is more exclusive from Andor. We got 2 Walmarts, we got 2 Target ones. No figure that I'm particularly interested in. They look like boring figures to me. I don't know about you guys, but hey, we don't know. I don't know anything about them yet. Maybe they're complete badasses. I have no idea. But as they do these more exclusives, it seems like as they do more of these as more exclusives come out, it seems like more and more exclusives are then available a second time at online toy retailers. And this is happening more and more, which is a good thing. I'm saying it's a good thing. For example, the Walgreens exclusive 212th Trooper was available very shortly because it sold out immediately at online toy retailers. This 13th Battalion Trooper, the 13th Trooper, same thing. And there's been a few more recently where they exclusives keep showing up in sometimes in small amounts, but they keep showing up at these online retailers, which I think is an awesome idea because it gives more people the opportunity to get them that aren't be able to get them in other ways, particularly at Big Bad Toy Store, because I know they ship to more places than a lot of other places ship. So if you're not in the US, then you're able to get those figures where in some cases you wouldn't be able to get them. And it gives other people an opportunity who weren't able to get them or find them out in the wild because, for example, the 212 Trooper was difficult to find and was only online for a short amount of time. And then you'd be able to get it, from Big Bad Toy Store or EE, and it was so much easier and it got more people to figure. So I like this idea. Hopefully it keeps going, but it doesn't mean there should be more exclusives. Like we've only got all Andor figures that have been revealed are exclusives right now. Now, I understand we're past the days of Triple Force Friday where the figures were ready to go before the IP actually dropped. Before the movie dropped, you could physically go into a store and buy the figures months before the movie dropped. That's the way it used to be. Not anymore. Now they can't even get the pre-orders out before the IP drops. So you can't even pre-order before the IP drops now, most of the time. So figures come out a year or two after the IP starts, which I think is a terrible model. At least some of the figures should be ready right when the show starts, right? I don't know. I think that's just obvious. But unfortunately, that's not the case with what they're doing now. And now they try to get some pre-orders open when the IP starts, but a lot of IPs for them don't even have figures right now for you to buy or pre-order, or that many in either Black Series or TVC. A lot of the times TVC gets shafted, which sucks for the TVC figures. I mean, they still don't have the Bad Batch guys. TVC does not have Bad Batch. That's insane. At least the Black Series has them. I mean, and then if you want to go through them, like we only got some Book of Boba Fett stuff for each. Not many at all so far. Kenobi series has been a little bit better, right? I guess the Black Series Kenobi stuff is starting to come out, so that's good. At least they got that a little faster. But I don't. What else do they have? Oh, they had They have a couple TVC Kenobi stuff. So I don't know. I like the idea of putting the exclusives to a wider audience or making them a wider release. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, so that Jawa is going to be sitting there for a while. No one is as stupid as me and going to buy that thing for $27.99, $28.99. I ordered 2. Didn't even remember that I ordered 2, but 2 showed up at my door. So I had to. I think I gave one away in a giveaway. $9 for Admiral Rampart. What? That's a steal. That's a steal. Oh, another example, the clone, the Walmart exclusive clone shock trooper, the clone version one. It's still in stock on Walmart, but I think it's available at Entertainment Earth and Big Bad Toy Store right now. At least, definitely Entertainment Earth. I didn't check Big Bad Toy Store, but so yeah, there's a bunch of exclusives that are now more widely available. But I wish they would. I mean, we all understand that exclusives have to exist. I understand that exclusives need to exist. Otherwise, Hasbro basically buys shelf space at these stores with exclusives. That's kind of the deal. That's what you got to do now. Sure, we'll give you shelf space in our aisle, but what are you going to do for us? We're going to give you an exclusive. That's how it works. So I understand they have to exist. It's just who you're choosing to be an exclusive. Like I think it was one of my last videos in the wild. Top 10 best Black Series figures in the wild. I came up with the rule that if it's Boba Fett, Clone Wars, or Captain Rex, don't make it an exclusive. I mean, those things should not be exclusives. They're popular. They're too popular to be exclusives. You're just limiting the market for people who want those figures. For example, like the Walmart Clone Wars figures, those should never have been exclusives. People should be able to get those just easily from anywhere. And, the Ahsoka is now like $60 or something because it was an exclusive. So I understand they have to exist. And that's might be the one good thing about these figures that I was trying to get to earlier is the fact that even though they are exclusives, these might be the kind of exclusives that you want Hasbro to make exclusives. And what I mean by that is the fact that maybe they're not the most sought after figures because You don't want the most sought after figures to be exclusives. You want the most sought after figures to be mainline figures, so everybody can get them, as opposed to making, the most sought after, like making the Morak Boba Fett TVC figure a Target exclusive is a terrible idea. Everyone should be able to get that figure. It should be easy to get. It should not be $21. That's insane. It doesn't come with anything extra. That's insane. So, for example, like Galen Urso and Anton Merrick were Black Series exclusive for Rogue One. Those are good exclusives. Not everybody wants those figures. They're not super sought after. Make those exclusives. So hopefully that's what's happening. I don't know. Maybe we'll see what happens with the main line. I mean, I think they should have revealed the mainline figures to us at least. Shouldn't there be more reveals? I don't know why they haven't revealed more stuff so we can see. I mean, it's not, you could say spoilers, but it's not really spoilers. I mean, back in the day, you could buy 2 waves of the figures before the movie came out. So I don't know. I think I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's just, I'm not impressed by the figures right now, but they're exclusive. So, oh, what did I do? Everybody asked about these. I don't know. I'm going back to the comments. So the 3.75-inch comic packs, I don't know anything about. I know the littlest about them. So people ask for lists about them. Like, I don't really know much about them, but I know a lot of people ask about them. That means that there might be some demand. I know a lot of them go for very, very cheap right now. I'm sure there's expensive ones too, but many of them on the secondary market right now are going for nothing. So if you want them, some of them are easily accessible. Yeah, well, that's what. Well, yes. The stores are getting full boxes of the Jawa because it's an exclusive. So I'm assuming that it comes in a 6-figure pack by itself. They get a solid case packs of the Jawa. So you're going to be seeing a lot of those. Those are going to be hitting clearance soon. Oh, that's cool. A friend of mine and I found the Heavy Assault Stormtrooper, which just started shipping. If you're interested, from at least Entertainment Earth. I'm sure Big Bad Toy Store has it. It's a fan channel exclusive at Best Buy. They found it at Best Buy. These aren't just online. If you're lucky, you can find them. Yeah, so the only store that you're probably going to find them in is Best Buy, which is weird. It's not super weird, but maybe GameStop too. You might find them in GameStop, because they kind of get the fan channel stuff a lot of the time too. So yes, so that one, and there was a second figure that came out at the same time as him. They just came out a couple weeks ago. So yeah, that's a good find in Best Buy. Yeah. The White Vader reminds me of what toy lines do for Batman. He's got a snow screen. Yeah, he's got a snow gear outfit. I like it. At wheels, what? Oh. Wow, 15 Jawas. They're not going to move. They're going to be there. You know what they're going to be like? They're going to be, remember that Chewie with the goggles? The exclusive Target exclusive Chewie with the goggles from Solo that dropped down to $5, and the entire clearance section was just that. Like, I have a picture of I don't know, there had to be about 25 of them in the clearance section. It's going to be just like that. So what do you? So the Galaxy Edge figures. My thought was that since they put Hondo as a character at Galaxy's Edge, the Mountain Trooper would have been a variant there as well. I don't know what you mean by it would have been a variant there as well. So the Hondo was there, and there was a packaging variant for Hondo. Because they had them with both symbols on the box. Unfortunately, like the Oh God. I'll go get them. I have them in the other room. What's up? Who do we got? Oh, what's up, man? Welcome aboard. Welcome to the team. I place the order, then I go back a day or two and see if I still want it. Yeah. And I revisit most of my. Yeah, so that's funny that you say that because we were just talking last week about how slowing down ordering, and how the fact that, for me personally, when I see, when you first see a figure revealed, doesn't have to be for Star Wars. It could be for anything. My first thought is like, oh my God, I want that figure. Do the pre-order right there. And after, when the initial rush of seeing it for the first time goes away, and you're just like, wow, should I have even ordered that? You're like, why did I even order that? So yeah, that's what happens. You get like super excited about it at first, and then you're like, why did I even order it? I'm just gonna go cancel that one. Oh, nice. You're always getting shipments on Saturdays in the afternoon. Yeah, let's see what it is. Wow, Wheels of Chaotic Doom says he's out on Andor. So that was another thing that came to mind when I saw the Andor figures. I stopped buying figures from shows I haven't seen a while ago. Was just, I don't know about you guys, but I'm starting to get a little bit of like new Star Wars show figure fatigue. You know what I mean? Like they're just pumping out these new shows with these new figures, and I'm just like, I don't. Do I even want these? Like I don't even know. I don't even know yet. But they keep pumping them out, and you're just like, here's another 4 figures from Andor of figures I don't know. And you're just like, am I really am I really gonna am I really gonna spend the dough on these? I don't know. So I know what you're talking about, man. Dude, yeah, this is so true. It's almost completely exclusives nowadays. There's been reveals like the live streams for reveals for Star Wars that 90% of the figures revealed were exclusives. Like, what are you doing? What do we got? Just remind me about the exclusives. Yeah, so Zavi is interesting. Yeah, I think because they're like based in uh England, I think they get a lot of exclusives, or that would be exclusives in the US, and are able to sell them. Um, so yeah, sometimes you can get exclusives at Zavi as well. Instead of having to track them down at the store. Sometimes they're a little bit more expensive, and sometimes you can get them early too there, I think. So yeah, so this is the Target exclusive one. Yeah, it keeps coming up as available. It actually, I wanted to show you guys this. Somebody posted some really good looking pictures of it. Some people are hating on the color of his hair, and they said, no, that doesn't. And I think it kind of looks really good. If I don't know, it might even just be this guy's camera, because it looks like he has a really good one. So, but I kind of, so that's what it looks like. Let's see. There he is. Check him out. So I think it looks pretty good. That is a pretty good head sculpt. I know the color isn't exact, but it looks like they did a good job on it. So I don't know. Yeah, me too. I wish the figures came out when the shows. Wow, you're right. There's no Rebels in TVC either. That's, yeah. So the exclusives look pretty boring. I'm gonna have to say that's 100% correct. Mitch is out too. Some people are out. No more Andor figures. Yeah, so there was they're slacking on the. Yep, this is bad. That's more. Now that I think about it, there were some awesome figures that I would want from the Book of Boba Fett. And you're right, the Tusken Raiders, both the head Tusken Raider and the badass chick that teaches him how to fight. Even watching the show, I remember thinking, "Wow, I want that. I want that figure." Yeah. So yes. Wait. What does it say? Uh, did you see the Hasbro Pulse announcement that an Indiana Jones thing as part of the first graphic? Yeah, the Indiana Jones figures. Yes, I did see that those are coming. That's pretty cool. I want to see what they do with that. Yes, Jedi Crafts. This is true. I was just up. So Jigsaw, particularly the Marvel Legends Walgreens exclusives, are up on Walgreens.com. So right. So yes, this is one of the reasons why they might have waited, but I don't think you have to wait like a year or two. But so right, so they have to. So if they start to make the figures and they come out as the IP is coming out, um, they'd have to base them off of um the you know what I'm trying to say. Anyways, they'd have to base it off of that. So you're right. It did. So it would happen that they would be slightly inaccurate sometimes because things would change slightly as the show went forward. But I don't know. So I think that you know as they're filming, you could probably see exactly what the wardrobe and everything looks like if you're kind of working with the Lucasfilm team. You could probably get some more info about what things are going to look like correctly. But yeah, so that's the way it used to be, is you get the stuff before, and then one or two characters might be a little bit different because they changed it, on set. Or you get a Constable Zuvio who wasn't even in the movie, you know. So the Andor, yeah. So I don't know. I hope that they don't overproduce these because you might be seeing them for a while. You bought two? What did you buy two? What did I miss? Oh, you already you bought two? At least the TVC Landos are going away. Yep. TVC Landos are staying for sure. That reminds me, I don't know if I can post it, but maybe one of the members, I made a new emoji. I made two new ones. One is Lando and one is the Star Wars power couple. Oh, this sucks. So next vid, I'm working on it. Hopefully it's soon. Well, maybe I can. Let me see. Maybe I can check. Let me see here. Oh, maybe I can't. Anyway, there you go. Thank you. So we got Lando, we got the A-Team, that's the Star Wars power couple there. And then we had the Star Wars God. We got the monkey, Hasbro, K-Monkey, the second monkey. So yeah, a couple new ones I was fooling around with. That reminded me, I wanted to ask you guys if you had any ideas for some. I think I have a couple slots left for emojis that I could make. If you have any ideas, certainly let me know. Oh, wait a second here. So, so the Walmart, I totally missed. I saw this. So the Walmart Stormtrooper, a deluxe Stormtrooper, is shipping. The Walmart TVC deluxe Stormtrooper. My next vid, like I said, I'm working on it now. So you did too. I pre-ordered 2 of those. Oh, you guys. Oh, what am I missing? What is? Yeah. So I know for you guys, I think aren't exclusives are more expensive over there, I think, right? And in Australia for the other guy. Yeah, so yeah, Galen and Ant, they weren't very popular, but those are the figures you want for exclusives. You don't want them to be super popular figures that you're not going to be able to find. Oh, this guy thinks the other way. The boring figure should be fan channel. Yeah, maybe, I guess. The rarest Clone Trooper 3.75-inch figures. Oh. No, I don't. All right. Well, maybe I'll rephrase. When I'm in toy stores, like secondhand toy stores, particularly one near me, they have a lot of comic packs, and they're all very cheap. That's what I can say. I'm sure there's extremely expensive ones. You know, there always is. So I'm sure that's the case. But if you wanted to start collecting them or get some of the ones you don't have, there are a lot of them that are on the cheaper side. More sex bots. Yeah. Another Moloch. Yeah, so this is what I was gonna get to. So I don't know if you guys saw, you probably saw the Gaming Greats exclusive figures, that were revealed. There's 2 of them. There's the rocket launcher trooper, which I think is pretty cool. Actually, give me the rocket launcher. I'll take that. And then they got a B1 droid for well, one is wait, I'm sorry. Yeah, so one is from Jedi Fallen Order, I think, and one is from the Stormtroopers from Jedi Fallen Order, and the B1 droid is from Republic Commando. But anyway, I mean, this is what they should be doing with these molds, right? They should be giving us stuff like this, because they just got to repaint the B1 mold. That's fine. Repaint it, release it, but it shouldn't be 27 or $28. That's insane. You already have the mold. You didn't have to make it. Why? How is it going to be this much money? You just repainted the B1 droid and you just gave this guy a rocket launcher. So $27, $28 for this is insane. These should be in an army builder line and should be like $17.99 or something. We all know you have the mold for it. You didn't make a new one. So I don't know. I just think like I would buy that Stormtrooper, and like I know other people have said they really like the battle droid, but I don't know, like $27, $28 for that? That is insane talk. See, that's well, you get a lot of. I used to get shipments. I used to get like that. That's what I used to happen, but now, so there is more stuff shipping. I guess we should probably talk about some of the stuff that's shipping after I get to some of these more comments. Yeah, here you go. This guy knows what it is. Definitely peak. Nostalgia is what sells them, not hype for a new show, and that's why a lot of the new stuff sits or goes for super cheap or ends up at Five Below. Like we all saw what happened with the sequel trilogy figures. That's what happens. You know, they aren't as sought after as some OT or prequel trilogy figures, and they end up peg warming and clogging the shelves for new stuff. So that's another one that shipped. So I don't know. You probably found the Wandering Jedi. And the face one was great. Okay, yeah. So I didn't get mine yet. Mine are shipping from Amazon. So we'll see. That was another one that was shipping. Yeah, this is crazy. I agree 100%. We got some new styled Tusken Raiders. That should have been, I thought that would be one of the first toys. Because all you got to do is retool, a mold you already have. Although, I guess there is a lot of differences. But it seems like an easy figure that you could put together. But I thought that would be one of the first ones released for the Book of Boba Fett. I even said it while I was watching the show. I was like, there it is. New Tusken Raider coming. Oh, a variant at Disneyland. Was there a variant at Disney for the Mountain Trooper? I don't know. Concept art. Oh, that's what I was looking for. Concept art. They based the figures off the concept art. So if things change down the line, yes, you get an inaccurate figure. Darth Educator, what's up, man? Constable Zuvio. Yep, so it's Constable Zuvio. Constable Zuvio. I've never seen so many of one figure than Constable Zuvio at Toys R Us. How did they have so many Constable Zuvios? Wow, mine. I gotta check. So the Walmart. I didn't know that one. So the Walmart exclusive Stormtrooper, the TVC one, is now shipping. Huh. Wow. So this is, hey, things could be worse, guys. This is what's going on in Australia. TVC figures, $45. That's insane. Actually, yes. What were it? Was it Legacy Collection or the Clone Wars Legacy Collection? Yes. So I actually, yeah, I mean it's less people than usual, but yes, I've seen some of that stuff still sells pretty good on eBay. That's what happens when you take it to a local shop. Is they're going to be overpriced, so it's probably just going to sit. So I don't know if that shop sells stuff on eBay too, but some of that stuff does sell on eBay right now. Yeah, so I've noticed a lot of yeah, so first they were all late. All your pre-orders were late, and now a lot of them are getting filled early. So I don't know, maybe they just gave themselves a lot of time when they said that things are going to be fulfilled. But like I talked about in the last live stream, I don't always like that, especially if the pre-orders they get charged suddenly, and you're just like, why? Where did all this money go? And it was from pre-orders that weren't supposed to be in stock for another 11 months, and now they're suddenly in stock. So sometimes it's a little bit of a shock where you can't really plan for it, even if you tried. So yeah, sometimes that's kind of interesting. Constable Zuvio was supposed to be the constable, like a policing type of figure, a policing person in the Force Awakens on Jakku, in the Jakku town, I think, as far as I know, and all of his scenes were cut from the movie. I don't know if he I think you might only have one. I think you might be able to see them and out in the like the cut scenes or outtakes or something. You might be able to see what like the scene he was supposed to be in or something. I kind of don't 100% remember if that's true, but I think it is. Hell yeah. That's what I want. Wow, Mitch. Wow, you found one. Zuvio still in the streets. Wow. He's an undersized loser. Yeah, probably, I guess. Yeah, so I've recently so it always happens at the end of the month or at the beginning of the month. That's when all the pre-orders hit. Bam, 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 right in a row. So I kind of I'm always looking out for it. But yeah, sometimes boom, they're gonna hit all at once, and you're just like, where did this $1,000 go? Yeah, Zuvio, but Zuvio, I don't know why they made so many Zuvio figures because I guess maybe none of them sold or something because at Toys R Us or particularly Toys R Us, I remember they always had every peg was filled with Zuvio. Like, why is there so many Zuvios? Why would you make so many Zuvios? That's crazy to me. So I wanted to, so we a few figures are what I always wanted to mention, and you probably already know. So um some of so I've gotten alerts or some figures have shown up from Amazon and so they're started to ship, and one of them, which I think they showed was now shipping to distribution centers, was the Amazon exclusive re-release of the prototype Boba Fett, the white one. Um, so I don't know why I even ordered that figure because I've already have it, but I did. So I wanted to here, this one here. I wanted to see what your guys' opinion was it. So it actually sold out pretty quick. So um when it was up for pre-order, because it's an Amazon exclusive, I was just wondering if you guys ordered it. Now, it is the old Empire Strikes Back mold because that's what the prototype Boba Fett would have been, so they used the right mold, but I ordered a couple of these. I already have at least one from the blue line. If you don't remember, it was a it was a Walgreens exclusive. So these already showed up at my door. I don't have them now because they got shipped to the other address, but they already showed up. So these are now shipping. I know, but not for everybody. So for some people, they actually got like a notice that they were shipping, and then they got another. Well, it's gonna be back up. Yeah, you're trying. So Darth Educator, it's gonna be back up. So keep your eyes peeled, but it'll be back available soon now that they're in stock. But some people, well, they're not in stock. I'm sorry, now that they're shipping. So some people actually got the alert that the email that they're shipping, and then get a second email saying that I'm sorry, it's not shipping. It's actually been pushed back to December. But some people actually did get theirs, and mine showed up at a different address, so I don't have one to show you. But yeah, they did show up. So I'm actually I might be in the minority, but I kind of like the prototype Boba Fett. Like when I first saw it, I was like, this is really cool. Like just in general, you know. And I have the TVC one. They've had them in other toy lines. Um, so yeah, so I forget how much it was. The Boba Fett tax. So yeah, Boba Fett should never be. They should just make this a mainline release, but they should never be exclusives. So Saw Gerrera is $75 at some places in Australia. People, that's shocking. So, um, that's like an SH Figure Arts figure. So yeah, so the Boba Fett. I'll see how it is. I don't think they made any updates to it unless I'm wrong. Somebody in here might know. I don't think they changed anything. I think they just put them in the pack. So I don't hate it as much as everybody else, but I do think that it's overpriced and should have been a mainline release. So that is shipping. What else is shipping? What else came? The TV. Oh, this is in stock now on Amazon if you want it. The TVC ARC Trooper Jesse. ARC Trooper Jesse is in stock right now, or was when I made this post, which was earlier today, a couple hours ago. The ARC Trooper Jesse figure is in stock on Amazon right now. So if you're missing it, mine already shipped. All right. So I don't know. Maybe he is getting greedy with his likeness rights, and they had to up the price. I don't know. Um. So yeah. So that shipped from that was started shipping from Amazon. I think actually Big Bad Toy Store might have it too. So he already showed up, but again, not at this address, so I don't have one to show you, unfortunately. What else did I get? Oh, the TVC Death Watch Airborne Trooper. That's shipping now too from Amazon. It might be in stock. No, I don't think it is, but it might be in stock soon. But that's starting to ship. I got a notification that that's starting to ship too. And that might be it. Yeah, and then some other stuff from Amazon that Riva is shipping Wandering Jedi Black Series. The Obi-Wan one is shipping for Amazon. Dark Trooper, which I really want to see. I haven't seen mine yet. Yeah, there you go. Oh, so hopefully the live stream hasn't frozen, but hopefully, oh, it's not working. Yes. Wow, so somebody works at Amazon. That's crazy. I would I don't know if I'd love to see the figures early. That must be cool. Oh, so you must be one of the guys who like takes pictures of videos and of figures in the back when you see them in warehouse of like new figures first. That's interesting. So yeah, those are the things that are now shipping, which is cool. I think let me double check. I think there was another figure that was something was happening with it that I wanted to mention, but I don't remember off the top of my head. Nope, that's it because we talked about everything else last week. Oh, you're okay. So you're not supposed to take pictures of the stuff. Oh, I didn't know that. So the people who do that are living on the edge, huh? Pretty badass dudes. So they don't want you to take pictures of like anything back there, like any products, or is it just like figures or stuff that's not supposed to be out yet, or something along those lines? So I don't know. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess not. I guess you're not supposed to have the phones out. That makes sense. So I don't know. I just we talk mostly about the exclusives there, and I know they have to exist, but we'll see what happens when the show. I still have at least some hope for the show because of the trailers. I know some people said they didn't even like the trailers, but I still have some hope for the Andor show because you can tell, at least from the trailers, you can tell that they spent a lot of money on the show. It's big cinematic shots that you didn't get from these other shows where they filmed them on location too for Andor. So, to quote Jurassic Park, they spared no expense. So, hopefully it's good. We'll see. We'll see what happens. It's coming up too. It's coming up too, and then right after that, we're having Hasbro PulseCon, so we should have some figures for that too. We haven't had a Star Wars live stream in a long time, but there's also one other thing I wanted to show you. So I don't know if you guys collect the retro collection. I'm kind of in and out on the retro collection. Yeah, so yeah, I think Andor figures are coming. Hasbro PulseCon is coming at the end of the month, so we'll probably see some Andor stuff. I feel bad for TVC guys, especially TVC people that who primarily collect TVC because they've really gotten shafted with the release of figures for a lot of things. I like they don't get a lot. So especially for this new stuff. So if you're collecting for the new stuff, I kind of feel bad for you. So somebody just ordered Jesse on Amazon. Told you it's on there. Oh, okay, so the 3-pack was the ARC Trooper 3-pack was Jesse, Fives, and Echo. So this is the individual release of those. They've just discontinued Echo, right? That was one of the figures that they discontinued. Um, one of the last live streams, they discontinued Echo for some reason. But now Jesse's coming out. Like I said, for the retro collection, somebody just posted these. I don't know if you guys collect the retro collection. Like I said, I'm in and out on it. I don't buy all the figures anymore because it's just a waste of money to me. Some of the ones are very interesting. Like it's for the OT Death Trooper 4-pack. TVC. Oh, right, from Hasbro Pulse. Yes. So they started shipping those. Yes, I got mine as well. So I thought the retro collection was pretty clever for for OT figures because yeah, I mean it's the only thing that right. Well, yeah. So the five yeah. So five points of articulation is pointless to me. So the only yes. So that's why it really only works for the OT in my because it would be nostalgic figures for people who collected them back in the day. You bought them originally, and that's how they originally looked. And you're like, oh wow, yeah. So that's something that I remember that I want the figures that I had. So I get that for the original, but for the other ones, I don't know. I don't really understand the allure. I guess for most of them, I mean, I think a couple of the Boba Fett's are cool, but so that being said, though, somebody I think he might live in Australia. Somebody posted this is the Amazon exclusive. So the Amazon exclusive Amazon has a couple of their 2-packs for retro collection, and they are for the bounty hunters from Empire Strikes Back. And there's one that's Bosk and Boba Fett, which I really want that Bosk. And then there's the second one, which this guy posted, which has Dangar and IG-88, and I definitely want that IG-88. So I wanted to show you guys. See, it comes in like the 2-pack box like this. But so we got Dangar, which I think is super cool. I want him more than I want an IG-88. So Jangar looks awesome. And then IG-88, which doesn't look as awesome. But so yeah, so I thought the Dangar looked pretty cool. That's probably why I'm getting it. So his name was at Star Wars Prototype Collector, and the words are separated by underscores. So yeah, so he posted that. I thought it was interesting. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So for the classic characters, because that's how the original figures looked. They were five POA, and they had cards like that, and they looked like that. So somebody posted who got multiple Black Series figurines to make up the band. I did not. I know I saw somebody post it. I forget. But no, I didn't do that. Although if somebody does set up the band, I'd love to see it. If somebody does, so take a picture of it and just hit me up on Instagram because I want to see it. So yeah, so those Amazon packs. The other one was Boba Fett and Bosk, which I really want that Bosk. I'm a Bosk fan. I like his figures. And it looks pretty cool to me. So they had that one, and there's a couple other interesting information that I wanted to go over about Black Series. So, the packaging. Nice. Yeah, that would be cool too. You just do it in TVC. So we talked about the gaming grades figures that were just released, or just put, or I'm sorry, that are just revealed that were going to be put up for pre-order. So in one on the box for the battle droid, on the box for the battle droid, you can see a hand, and it looks like that it's the hand for the last of the Delta Squad figures, which would be Scorch, which is 1262, I think. And so that would be a pretty cool one, although everybody's going to complain about the size of the figures and their body, how it isn't big enough. But the last member of the Delta Squad should be coming soon. Let me see if I can. So let me see if I can pull it up for you. So here you go. So I think the last one is Scorch. There you go. And hopefully he's the next one to come. Now, I know the size for the Delta Squad is not correct. I guess maybe they are for some media, but not the way that most people want them. They want them to be beefier. Hopefully we get them bigger sized sometime down the line. But for now this is what we got. So I'm hoping that maybe we get this one, and then at some point they'll do new molds for a Republic Commando, for a clone Commando. I've had that on my wish list for a little while. I thought and we've talked about it in here before. They should just do a white one. Just do a white one, plain white. Let people do whatever they want to it. That should be the first one that you release, and then you can do so many figures down the line with that mold. And I don't think anybody would ever get tired of it. Same thing that you're doing with the B1 battle droid. Although, you shouldn't pass it. You shouldn't pass it. You shouldn't paint it white and then charge us $28 for it. So Boss looks the best out of all of them so far, in my opinion. So yeah, I'm with you on Boss. But again, they really should redo them. I mean, you would think if they're so worried about making new molds that they would concentrate on the ones that they could reuse on a regular basis, which is weird why we don't have this, or a B2 battle droid, the heavy battle droid, or some figures like that you can just, or more clone troopers, more versions of clone troopers. But like I said in one of the other videos, their clone trooper fatigue is a real thing. And it's happened in the action figure collecting and the action figure community before. This is interesting. Galactic Marine. So yeah, so I saw this and I thought this was very interesting. Tactical droids? Sure. All right, Chris. Talk to you later. Tactical droids? Yeah, why not? Tactical droids. So, yeah. All right. So it's happened to you. Yeah. So you got, So clone fatigue happens. It's happened in other lines, in other toy lines before the Black Series. So, which is why in the TVC, when it was originally released, there's not many clone troopers, and they didn't really come until like the end of the line. I know there's one towards the beginning, but most of the clone troopers came at the end because people were so tired of getting Clone Trooper releases from the Clone Wars and the Legacy Collection. So yeah, so there's something else that I wanted to bring. I know we got some GI Joe people in here that I wanted to bring to your guys' attention, which should be pretty cool. There's going to be a line of them coming. I don't know if you guys know who Hiya Toys is. Hiya Toys does a lot of stuff that's in 3.75 inch. They do really, it's 3.75 to 4 inch. They do really good Predator figures in 4-inch scale, like some of the best 3.75 inch figures you're gonna see. And then they do Aliens figures, like from Aliens, and they do RoboCop. I think they had, yeah, they do RoboCop, and they do Judge Dredd, and I think they had a pretty badass Ed 209 from RoboCop, but they're overseas, but they sell stuff at local comic shops and at Big Bad Toy Store and at yeah, see, it happens. And at those type of stores, and they have so they're gonna do GI Joe figures, and they just released pictures of the first one that they're doing, which is Snake Eyes, and he looks pretty badass, especially for a 3.75 inch figure. Yeah, he looks good. That's what's coming. He looks pretty badass to me. So they're gonna do a line of them. They make really good 3.75 inch figures. So I'll probably pick, and the figures they're $20. They're usually $19.99. So I'll probably pick this one up to see how it is, but it looks like it's going to be pretty badass. So I can't wait to see what other GI Joe figures that they do. And since there's no more 3.75 inch retro collection GI Joes, I was thinking maybe people could collect these, because they're not going to be a ton of them, because they don't flood the market, and they usually release one or two at a time too. So it's not going to be like an overwhelming thing to collect them all. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool. They don't slack on the accessories as well. So you get a decent amount of stuff for $19.95, $19.99, along with the quality of the figures good. So yeah. So yeah, that'd be cool to get the Marvel one. So they have different rules for licensing because they're not in the US. So we'll see what else they can get. But yeah, they do really good work. So I would really like to see this figure. So yeah, they have a lot of RoboCop stuff, and they got Alien. They did a really good version of, like, the thing that she stands in Aliens at the end. It's like the yellow thing. And she's just like, and she fights the alien queen with. They did a version of that, which was really good. Yeah, maybe they are. Maybe they have been. But I know they do really good work with some of their stuff, and some of their Predators are ridiculous for 3.75 inch. Like the Power Loader. Yes, the Power Loader. Especially like the Predator head sculpts that they do for 3.75. Some of them are nuts. You're just like, wow, that's just excellent work. There's nothing else you can say about it. Cobb Vanth, I thought it was a good figure. Cobb Vanth is in stock on Amazon right now. I thought Cobb Vanth was a really good figure for the right. I can't think of anything I didn't like about it. But I'd have to go check it out again. But I thought, at first glance, I thought it was good. I mean, the head sculpt wasn't as good as originally advertised, I didn't think. But other than that, I kind of remember it being pretty good. Yeah, it's good. What It had really good weather. It has really good weathering. I know they put a lot of. I think they put a lot of work into that, and I think that was really good. Also, I mean, it's not a deluxe figure, but what are you gonna do? The paint on the armor could it be better? Yeah, maybe that's true. I gotta double check. I haven't really seen mine's in a box somewhere right now. Like I said, most of my stuff is in boxes right now. That's some of it. That's a very small portion of it in those bins and stuff right there. Um, yeah, but that thing was sick. Who else made one of those? Somebody else made one of those? The Aliens APC, which was unbelievable. Was it NECA? I forget. Somebody made one of those. That was beautiful. So I think if they offered more clones, people would buy them. Yeah, I think it's so much easier to do the clones, and that's why you would think that we would get more. But yeah, I'm with you on the aliens. They've been slacking on the aliens, and it's unfortunate that one of the only like background aliens that we got for Black Series is Pilot Asti from The Force Awakens. You know, like there are so many more background aliens in Star Wars that would deserve like a Black Series figure before Pilot Asti, who's in the movie for a few seconds. You know, like there are so many others that you could have used that spot for. And like I said in one of the videos, I said, well, if we're getting Asti here, maybe we're going to get more aliens down the line. I thought maybe we're going to get more background aliens like from the Cantina or from Jabba's palace, and it just never happened. But it's going to happen, and I think the first one is going to be Yak Face, which is deserving, and I'd love to see it. I'd love to see what they would do with that. Wait, what? What is 3 a.m. in Western time? I don't know. And what time compared to what time zone? So Mon Mothma I'd have to believe that Mon Mothma is coming for Andor. Yeah, for not Endor, but Andor. The Andor series. She's prominently in the trailers, so I would have to believe that she is all over it, all over the series. So we'll definitely be getting one of her. It's long overdue. We should have got her before. But we'll definitely be seeing one of those soon, I think. Hopefully, well, they probably set it up this way, but they're probably gonna give us a no, I don't know who that is. Barb's Basement. No, I don't know who that is. Should I check it out? No, I haven't heard it. European time zone? Well, I don't know. Western time, what 3 a.m. in Western time would be it would be very different. Western time, if you're talking about Western time in the US, would be very different than European. I don't know what it would be, but I got it off the top of my head. I couldn't tell you. Yeah, so 40th anniversary Return of the Jedi. Yes, so we were talking about this in another live stream, and I would love to get some Max Rebo stuff. That would be great. That would be great. I would love to get I don't know that I'll ever do this, but I'd love to get a Ula figure. We'll bring that back, but I'd love to get a TVC one. I'd also love to get who's the bigger singer, the bigger lady who sings, which I think I had when I was a kid too. If I got to go through my stuff, I think I had her too. But I'd love to get all that type of stuff. Yeah, I think that the Max Rebo band would be a good exclusive for something. Although, I wouldn't want it to be exclusive so other people can get it. But I don't know if you heard. So last week I said that. Yakface cryptically revealed that we're going to get a TVC bunker from Return of the Jedi, which is the bunker that Han Solo needs to break into to deactivate the deflector shield or whatever. And they go in there, and that's when the classic line, "You rebel scum," was said. So they're gonna so the bunker, a TVC bunker, is supposed to be coming. So that should be cool. I think that's a pretty good idea. Anything Return of the Jedi, I think, would be pretty awesome. Oh, is it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So thank you, people. Which no, I don't know. I don't know. That seems high. But I don't know. I don't know what the figures go in euros. But I know that seems very high to me because it's like a $25 figure around here. And I know euros are about equal to dollars, or might be slightly more worth more than dollars. So it shouldn't be that much higher. Yeah, we want some Royal Guards. Wait. Didn't they? Yeah. Yeah, the one with the 6 teats. Very true. Big dancer lady. Yep. Oh, I will check it out. The Cantina banner. I will go check it out. Yeah, so the TVC bunker, I actually said it, and I said it last week, and I think it was last week in the live stream, and nobody said anything about it. They were talking about something else in the comments. I was like, "Hey, TVC bunker coming." Nobody was excited. I think it's a cool idea. I think it'd be pretty cool. I think anything you can give us that's from the Return of the Jedi that I can get excited about, I'm for. Because as long as we're doing things from the original trilogy, I think it's cool. I'm sure it's going to be ridiculously overpriced. As they've already revealed, we're going to be getting another TVC. I'm sorry, we're going to get a TVC speeder bike and scout trooper, which will probably get repainted and released as a Mandalorian one. But a Return of the Jedi one is coming for the 40th anniversary. I think that's awesome. Yeah, this is what we need. We need these guys. We need more aliens. Hopefully, we get an onslaught of aliens for the 40th anniversary. I would love that. Yes, the Haslab Black Series bunker, $1,000. I'm down. The Canoni figures. See, I know they go for slightly more money in Europe, so I don't know exactly what the exchange rate would be. Yeah, that's what I figured it would be. It's about the same. So 40 for no, it doesn't seem like that's a very good deal. But then again, I don't know what a regular it should be. If you're buying a figure like that, it should be what the regular figure would cost at the store for you. For us, a regular Black Series figure is $22.99 to $24.99 now. Somewhere in there, you should be able to get the new Ahsoka for the same price. I'm assuming you mean. I should probably ask. I'm assuming you mean the new one from the Mandalorian. It might not be that one. You talking to me? A kid in my 20s? Well, I'm not that much older than that, but no, I'm not in my 20s. Yeah, so definitely. I want these. Yeah, so Squidhead, I think, would make an awesome Black Series figure. I think I've said that before, but I think I would love to see what they did with that. Really? No, I'm not. I wish I was in my mid-20s. That'd be great. I'd go back to that. Yeah, the Ewok gliders. Like, love that idea. Anything Ewok too. Oh, I see. You're at a Comic-Con. I see. So, no. If you're at a Comic-Con buying figures, they're probably more expensive than they need to be. Oh, Rebels? The Rebels one? No, I don't think so. I mean, the Rebels one you can buy on eBay here right now for like 17.99. That includes shipping. So I don't know, maybe it's more expensive there, but right now in the US, it's not, which is surprising to me because I think that's a really cool figure, but I don't know why it's so cheap. We should do it. Yeah. All right. We should do a Jawa 2-pack. Yes. Yep. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Wholeheartedly. So Haslab, tie interceptor, I'm game, but we've talked about this before. Um, obviously, if we're gonna do something, it should be. Well, I don't want to say obviously, but my feeling is you haven't tried to give us a figure yet. A figure. You haven't tried to give us a vehicle yet. Try to give us a vehicle. Give it. You got to be something popular. It's got to be small enough that you could make it in Black Series, in 1/12 scale or roughly 1/12 scale. TIE Interceptor is a good choice. I think that I still think the X-wing is the best choice. Um, I think Vader's yeah, Vader's tie. What is it? Is it tie advanced? I think they specifically call it. I think that's a pretty good idea. I think if we could, the smaller the better. Even though I know the X wing isn't that small, but um, if there's something smaller, like for example, check out what the GI Joe team did. They did something that everybody wanted. People have been asking for that ever since they started doing a 6-inch line of GI Joes, and it was the first 3.75-inch vehicle that they released too. They did that in the retro line. Was the first vehicle, the retro line. But it's a small figure. That figure, it's a very small vehicle. It's does it warrant the $300 price tag? No, probably no, definitely not. Um, but it's small and it was desirable and it was manageable. That's the word I'm looking for. It's a manageable project, slightly overpriced, but manageable. And it ended up coming with 4 figures. It ended up coming with 4 different figures. So you need to find something that's small and manageable to do. I don't think you should try and do something that's going to be pushing the boundaries of what you can do or pushing the boundaries of like $500. If you could try to find something that would be in that $300 range just to get one successfully done, I think that's what you should be trying to do. Yeah, so X-Wing, the X-Wing exactly in 1/12 scale would be the same size as the barge. So, to do the X-Wing, like I said, you don't have to make it exactly 1/12 scale. You can scale it down a little bit. You can scale it back 4 or 5 inches. Nobody is going to care or notice. They do that with toys all the time. They've been doing it since the 80s. So it doesn't need to be exactly 1/12 scale. So I think if you scaled it back like that, you'd be able to do it. Now, that being said, though, it's probably not going to be $300. It's going to be much more than that. It's going to be a lot, and that's the only thing that brings that hinders me from Force is strong. Peace out, my friend. So that's the only thing that like hinders me from saying that it's the best idea. If you can think of something that's smaller, that's going to cost around the $300 range. I think that's what you should be doing. $299 is very manageable. It's a lot more manageable. It even looks cheaper than $350 or $400 or $500. So, and I think that's one of the reasons why the His tank was successful is because 300 sounds a lot cheaper than $399. or $4.99. 300, you're like, all right. So I don't know. That's why, but it's hard for Star. I mean, I'm sure you could find some like something like an A-wing, but I don't know if that pulls enough nostalgia for people or enough love from their heart. So I don't know. It's kind of a tough. So I don't know. It's kind of a tough decision, I think. All right, where the hell was I? Here we go. Here we go. Yes, I know. We got a Zutton in TVC at least, I think. So that's cool. Yeah, Greedo. Yeah, so we're getting a lot of Greedos. Yeah, an Ewok 2-pack, that's the move, but they're never gonna do it because they can still charge us regular price. Like we have a new Ewok coming for the 40th, but he's just gonna be one on the card. It's coming for the 40th anniversary. Yeah, I love Hammerhead too. That'd be great. Well, if you're at a Comic-Con, the prices are always going to be high because those vendors have to pay for those spots and they're expensive. So all their prices are going to be inflated. If you're looking for figures, a Comic-Con isn't always the best place to look. If you don't want to spend, the extra money. So you should just, I don't know, I don't know how much a Rebels Ahsoka goes where you're at usually. Maybe you can check Amazon and eBay first and then see what the cheapest is there and kind of judge by that. Yeah, so they used to come in 2-packs. They used to come in 2-packs, and that was great. TVC too. TVC, and then even Power of the Force. You're right. They came in almost every line. They were in 2-packs. See, that would be interesting. You could do a Black Series, skip and include some of the aliens, but you know what they're going to say? They're going to be like, "No, we can't, because new molds are not in the price for Haslabs, which is complete and total BS, if you ask me." Because when the Rancor wasn't working out, what do? They immediately offered Malakili, new mold Malakili. Yeah, but you can have it now. Just include it with the price. So, yeah, we know that's bullshit. So, but that's usually their excuse. I've seen them say it before. They're just new molds are just not in the budgeting. But it's such a limited way of looking at the budgeting because if you look at it solely from it's just for, say, all right, we're going to make a new weekway for one of the tiers. You're only looking at the budget for that specific Haslab. You're not looking at, well, we're going to release weekway also. We're going to use the mold and we're going to release weekway in the main line. And then we're probably going to release it for the 45th anniversary of Return of the Jedi again, and we're going to make other releases of it. So just looking at just looking at what its value is and how much it's going to cost you in the Haslab is just not looking at the big picture. Yeah, that's interesting. They can just so the Black Series first order TIE Fighter, yeah. That is available. It's not super expensive either. So yes, I think Darth Talon would be an awesome figure. Cade Skywalker too. I know who that is. That's from the comics. I guess I have some knowledge of the comics, but I don't have a vast array of knowledge from the comics. I'm not the go-to guy for the comics. But Darth Talon, yeah, I think she might have been on one of my wish lists, actually. Yes, good for you with your his tank. Very good. Not me, though. I don't know if you heard. I forgot. I forgot to back it. I forgot on the last day I was going to do it, and I forgot. So I don't have one coming. You know what? Somebody said that too, but somebody else said that would be to scale, and I don't know. I have it right back there. I'll show you. That's it right there. So I don't know. I think the receipt's in there. So yeah, that's it. So yeah, it would be big with the wings on it. It would definitely be huge, but that's the only, so it would just cost a lot to do. Oh yeah. Looking back on the Rancor and what we recently got, which was the lightsaber, the Rancor was definitely a workable project that they screwed up. I think I said that in both Rancor videos that they just messed it up. They messed it up. It could have worked. I bet if they re-released the Rancor right now and for a backing period, it would get backed. Because now collectors have seen how bad it can get with this lightsaber crap. They know that we want Malakili. We can throw that in as one of the tiers, or just in general, which they should have done in the first place. Rearrange the tiers and just release it. I would back it. I think it would get back now. So yes, that was definitely a workable project that they completely screwed up, and it's their own fault. Yeah. Yes. So exactly, yeah. So I want something smaller. I just don't know if they have the Star Wars power to bring in enough people who want to back it. Well, no, is it back? Yeah, well, maybe. I don't know. I mean, I had toys that were like $25 that had working treads in the 80s. So I don't know how much working treads is really worth. You know what I mean? I think a lot of my toys had working lights and treads when I was a kid. Oh, what happened? Since Hasbro released the bar from the Cantina and Blacksters, do you think they'll eventually release other set pieces from the Cantina? I hope they do. Like, that's the thing about that thing. They released that. We got some cups, right? And we got two figures that were repacked into the main line. But all we got is the bar. Now they showed us all these awesome ways you can connect two of the bars together, multiple ways, but it's one per customer. It's one per customer. Why are you going to show us all the stuff we can't do because we can't buy two? Unless you want me to open a second account and buy one on the low. Like, what the hell? But on top of that, what I thought they were going to do, because because that's what they showed, they said, look at all these things you can do with two of them. They were just going to sell a second piece that you could buy. You could just buy just the bar piece, but they never did that. So I don't know. I don't know why you would make it so that multiples can go together and make a cool bar if it's something you can never do unless you want to meet up with a buddy and put your bars together. So I don't know. I don't know. But I would love if they release more stuff. So we got the band now, right? We got the band. If they release more stuff from the cantina so you can kind of make a set. And now I think that that is another idea that we actually have talking about and spoken about in the live streams is Hasbro releasing more pieces for like figure photography and stuff like that. Since people can 3D print them themselves now. Lance Peter Luke being one. If you want some stuff, go to his Instagram. You can order 3D printed stuff for figure photography for Black Series. So that would be a pretty good idea if I was them. I would try to get into was that figure photography market and start releasing stuff like that instead of having to buy like a whole set. You can do the pieces separately and help finish out this bar or anything like that. Like for different sets for different scenarios in Star Wars. So I think that would be a really good idea. But will they help us finish? I don't know. Yeah, so that one always gets brought up too, the ATST, which I think is a good idea too. I love the ATST. And that would mean I would get my guy, the ATST driver, my dude, who I like. I don't know why I've always liked him since a kid. I had multiple of him as a kid. From the 80s. So yeah, I would love that. I would think it's pretty cool. Hopefully they can make one that walks, not like the TVC one, or one that actually stands up by itself. But we'll see. I don't know what they will do, but they'll probably do something stupid. I hope they learned their lesson with this lightsaber thing. I hope everybody learned their lessons with this. Lucasfilm and Hasbro. Lucasfilm, keep your fingers out of these decisions. And Hasbro, you got to give us something that we want. You can't give us something that you want to force upon us. It has to be something that we already want. That's the only way it's going to work. You can't be like, hey, collectors, don't you want this? Like, no, it has to be something we already want. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Did they break some sort of profits record? I don't know. I have no idea. I know they recently broke into the Fortune 500 though. Last time I was looking at that. So it could be possible. I have no idea though. Yeah. They could reuse a Weequay mold for a week. Yeah, they could. That's right. There's more uses for Weequay. And there's the other Weequay skiff guard guy too. So they could probably use some parts there. Red 5 strong. So I don't know what she looks like in Galaxy of Heroes, but I know what you're talking about. I don't know how she appears. Yes, how she appears in the comics is scantily clad, for a lack of better words. But we will see. We will see. We'll probably never get her as a figure. I mean, that's just wishful thinking in the first place. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they would do for that. Huh. Yeah. So yeah. Disney cannot handle Darth Talon. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't know. Wow, look at this. This is aggressive. I would love to see the Haslab expand into the retro line and do a 30-figure multi-pack to include all the original trilogy figures we never got in the vintage collection line, I guess. No, we never got in vintage. I'm sorry. We never got in the vintage figures. Owen, Baru, etc. Wow. What an idea. I don't think it's good for a Haslab, but I think that's a really good idea for retro releases is to do some of this, give us a retro version of some of the figures that weren't released by Kenner during that time period. One of which, I think we already got him. Did we get him? Is Tarkin. Tarkin was never released by Kenner in those years. But I don't remember if we didn't get him, did we? No, we did. Oh, we did. He was part of the game, right? He was in the board game. So yeah, that would be kind of a cool idea. Yes. I sadly forgot to order the Hiss tank. Yeah, they were expecting way too much out of everything. A new character. They were expecting action figure collectors to cross over into lightsaber collectors, which I know there's crossover, but the saber collectors are a way smaller demographic. They were expecting new Star Wars fans to pay for this, which they're never going to do. That's what you need to learn is that the new Star Wars fans are all about being progressive, but they're not going to spend the money to support it. Most of the time, I can't speak for everybody. But in contrast, and I'm just saying this in a contrast type of way, the older collectors are the ones who are willing to spend that extra money on something like that. A lot of people who are new collectors or aren't even collectors in general aren't going to spend that money. And there's nothing wrong with, you can see that. It's a lot of money. You'd have to cater it to hardcore collectors and older collectors. Yeah, the Rancor tiers were horrible. Right. So yes, it would be massive. I understand that. Yes. So that's one of the reasons why I still think it would be awesome project. It's one of the ones that I think think would be awesome. I think, like I said before, you're gonna have to scale it back a little bit and not be at 1/12 scale. You'll have to scale it back a few inches from wingspan and from how long it is. But it's still a workable project. It's just the price. The price is going to be up there for something like that. Wow, yes. So the other half of the bar. That's what we should do. We should get some do some aliens in there. I guess we kind of got some aliens for the first one. Yeah. So that's a good idea. Right. So Haslab ATST, like I said, I think that's a good idea. You're right. It could work for Mandalorian too. It could be something for new and old collectors. Like I said, we can get the ATST driver, my favorite guy. I do want him in the main line, though. I just want a figure of him just in the mainline packaging, just ATST driver. So yeah, I think it could work. I just hope they have the mechanics to make it much better than the TVC version, because I don't know if anybody has the TVC versions, any of the versions released. They're not the greatest quality, to say the least. But it's but yeah, I think it's a good idea. I think it's a pretty good idea. Yeah, so the bar, yeah, you guys can put your bar together. Yeah, there was toys. I had plenty of toys in the 80s that had moving tracks and lights that worked, and they weren't very expensive. They were like $20. So I don't think it's as big of a crazy deal as you think monetarily wise to make it do that. I think that more of like some of the details that they had would make more of the money. But in order to how much it actually costs to make, I think in order to include 4 figures was probably pretty cheap. But also not to mention that it is including 4 new figures, but it's not 4 new molds. Like, it's different versions of the same figure. So $300 straight up for his tank, I think it was too much. It's very small. I don't know. It's like this big. Like that's it. As opposed to the barge was the size of the thing I just held up. So I have spoken about it briefly. So the Selfie series, so the Hasbro Selfie series, where you can get your head sculpt on certain bodies that Hasbro has for figures. There's Star Wars ones and GI Joe, and I think there's Power Ranger. I'm not sure. I think they have all their toy lines that they do in 6-inch. You can get your head on the body. Like I said, it's not really something for me. I think some people will think it's a cool idea. I'm whatever about it. I know, which was actually pretty cool, is Emily from Star Wars. She actually brought it to ChrisCon, which was a local. She brought a version of her to the ChrisCon, Comic-Con type of thing, toy Comic-Con thing, which was a local Comic-Con in Taunton, and they didn't have to show Hasbro representation there, but she showed up with hers, which is pretty cool. Just it's not something I would ever want for me. It's like an interesting like gift to give somebody if you put it on, that if they're like a Star Wars fan or something, but it's not something that I would, I got to order one for me. Like I said before, I don't even like looking in the mirror sometimes. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to see myself on a general basis. I don't want to see myself on a figure all the time. That's just not for me. I'm sure there's people who love themselves and want to see themselves all the time, so it's good for them. But not something that I would ever be interested in. Yeah, so you could put all types of like tiers for the ATST. Then you can give the Ewoks and Chewie in there. ATSTs. You give like the 2 logs that smash that one. All types of stuff. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool. And you'd be able to use it with it's the TVC bunker coming. Not a Black Series bunker. There was no Kenner Tarkin. Tarkin was not really, well, let me rephrase. There was no Kenner Tarkin from the 77 to 85 releases, like the old school Black Series releases. He was never released as a figure. Now, I think he was released in the second wave of figures for Power of the Force 2 from the 90s ones. I'm assuming there's a Tarkin for that one, actually, but I don't know off the top of my head. But the original figures never had a Tarkin. I don't know what they were thinking. I don't know. And it's so much more shocking when like the other toy lines keep knocking it out of the park and getting like 16, 17, 20, 25,000 backers. And the crap ones that the Star Wars team keeps picking can't even get backed at 5,000. The Rancor was only 8, I think, too. And that one only missed by 500. But I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking. It's kind of like Star Wars like prints its own money. People will just buy it because it's Star Wars. Like, how do you screw that up? You've got to really screw up for that not to work. You really have to screw it up. And what they've come up with is just, I can't believe that a bunch of people agreed on it. And they were like, yeah, we should do this. This is a good idea. I like this lightsaber. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, so the retro line did a Tarkin, but it was part of the board game. Yeah, you had to get him in the board game. Yes. That is 100% why, yes. People, those type of figs clog the fans. Nobody, those type of figures clog the pegs. Nobody wants them. I don't know. Right? That's the thing. There's a big divide. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they assumed that action figure collectors all buy the lightsabers. Like, the lightsaber community is a completely different thing. Like, there's overlap, but there's people who collect action figures and there's people who collect lightsabers. And the lightsaber community, by the way, thinks that the Black Series ones are a joke. They don't buy those. Those are toys. They buy like the legit hilts that really look like, that don't have plastic. You know, they look like real hilts. They buy that stuff. And you could tell just by looking at the one that Hasbro had that it was just a piece of junk. It looked cheap. It just looked cheap. There's no way it was $500. $500 for that. No way. Nobody's buying that. Yeah, this is a good idea. This is a very good idea. Mandalorian N1 Starfighter. Yes. That would be great. And it wouldn't be too big, so that's a good one for that. It wouldn't be too big. So yes, I think that that's an excellent idea. Yes, I want this too. I want an ATST driver and a gunner. Me too. Yeah, very true. I have most of the TVC ATST versions. None can stand. Yes, they have very much difficulty. I don't collect Hot Toys, but they just revealed a Reva figure, if you're really into that. And but more interestingly, SH Figure Arts just revealed a Boba Fett and Throne figure, which should be pretty cool. Let me see, where is it? Let me see if I can bring it up. So, yes. So yeah, so Boba Fett and Throne figure has been announced for SH Figure Arts, which should be awesome. I'm looking forward to that. So I don't know if I'll get it. I have to see the price on it. But it should be pretty cool, I think. And we get the throne. Cool. Yep. That means it's small, buddy. Interesting. I don't know. I'm not sure. I would hope it did. If it was Haslab, you know. Yeah. So there's only a handful. Yeah, there's only a handful of characters you can be. It's an X-Wing figure. There's a couple of them. Mandalorian, I'm assuming, and then there's ones for other there are other toy lines. I'm not sure which ones. I don't know. I guess I said something funny. There you go. Yeah, better at moving treads. Okay. Yeah. Black Series ATST crushes TVC bunker. One swift stroke. Hundreds of teddy bears. Poor teddy bears. Epic NeoPixel sabers rule the galaxy. I guess. And the Black Series still doesn't have a proper Book of Boba Fett. Boba. Yeah, not yet. You would think, yeah, you would think that'd be one of the things they would get on top of. You know? I don't know. That's true. They don't have a lot of stuff for Book of Boba Fett. We do have a couple things, but I heard there was like a reason for that. I don't know what it is. It seems like they're just slacking on that one because that one could have a bunch of cool figures for it. I mean, what about the Skittles crew? That could be fun. Mm-hmm. Yes, it does, Mitch. It looks great. I think it looks great. Oh yeah, these are good. Yep, I like that. Good tiers for the N1. I think N1 is a pretty good idea. Yes, so that's on sale. So I'm sorry, the Rebels. The new Rogue One Chirrut Imwe is definitely on sale for $11.99. Well, I don't know how much it is, but it's on sale. A lot of them are on sale right now. So if you need any of the Rogue One crew, around now is the time. I think I put that in the new collector video. If you want the Rogue One crew, now is the time to start looking. Yeah, I saw that the price eventually, I guess, kind of evens, translates into $95, I guess, but we'll see. So yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good. I'm not really so sure about that head sculpt though. I don't know. I think the skin color definitely doesn't seem right, but I don't know. The rest of it looks awesome. So maybe it is right. I don't know because it is just a digital rendering. I can't really tell. So I don't know. Maybe it will be right when they do the figure. I don't know. Yeah, they should have done something. I don't know. I think Boba Fett, the Boba Fett figures would be like the easiest figures, I guess, to have ready because you already know, like it's Boba Fett, right? So they should have had something ready for when the show started. You know what I mean? Like you don't really like. You know what Boba Fett looks like, so I think that Boba Fett would be like the easiest figure to have ready, and yet we still haven't gotten a decent one from the Book of Boba Fett. Now we do have some from the Mandalorian, which are pretty good. They're labeled the Mandalorian, but they still kind of translate into the Book of Boba Fett figures. But we don't have one that's specific for the Book of Boba Fett right now, which is just seems pretty insane, you know? Oh, maybe Lance Peter Luke. Here he is. Head sculpt. Okay, so the head. I guess you think it looks good. I mean, his head sculpt looks good. I just don't think it's the same, the right color. I don't know, but we'll see what happens. I mean, it's just a digital rendering. Oh yeah, that would be cool. So we need some of that stuff. I don't know when it's coming. What's his name? The Rancor keeper. What the? Wow, that's gonna kill me because he's. I really like that guy. He's a real gangster, or was at least. Yeah, he's in a lot of stuff. He's the machete guy. He's also in Dustful Dawn. He's in a ton of movies. Danny Trejo. Thank you. Danny Trejo. What did I do? Yeah. I like that idea. Maybe they can get one with another way to sell the Mandalorian sculpt to us. If it was cool, I'd buy it. I don't know. We still haven't gotten the snow version of Mando from Target yet. Like, when is that coming? Holy crap! You know, like, oh my, like that. It's how long has that been on pre-order? I think they're still taking pre-orders for it. It was open the other day. When I was looking through the Target stuff, which reminds me, I don't know if anybody else is into Target, is into NECA stuff, but a lot of the Ninja Turtle stuff was available for the Target Geek Out event for fall. So all of it is still available on the Target website. They had what did they have? They had so all this stuff was available. They had the Crooked Ninja Turtle Gang and Rock Soldier 2-pack, the Neutrinos 3-pack, Usagi Yojimbo, the pinball set that has that exclusive shredder in it, and also Hunchback Leo. All that stuff is still available on Target site. The long-awaited cartoon version of Toka and Razor is now hitting Targets, along with the 2-pack with Zack and Smash. Here it is, with Zack and Smash. Now these pictures are from the In Pursuit of Toys In Pursuit of Toys Instagram page. He's got the UPCs for you. So those are hitting. So those are probably going to be available on Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern time at Target. So if that's something that you're after, they're probably going to be available then. I know they said that before that they were going to be available at Target Geek Out event. So if you're missing the Toka and Razor 2-pack, it's probably going to be available Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern time during the Target Geek Out event. So Friday's another NECA day. So it's going to be all NECA stuff. I don't know what else they have in store. I'm assuming that those 2-packs are going to be there. Oh, the RoboCop is actually probably going to be one. So the new RoboCop, maybe the other RoboCop stuff. So the new Ultimate RoboCop, I don't know if you saw, but you can pre-order some of these RoboCop stuff over at online retailers right now. It's this RoboCop. Then there's a battle damaged RoboCop who sits in his chair. You know, when you're at rest, you'll sit in the chair. You know, the chair thing. And then the Ed 209 was back up for pre-order, and I think it's shipping right now. Now that I think about it, the Ed 209, the NECA Ed 209. I think I got a notification that shipped and is at my other address from Entertainment Earth. So they probably both have it in stock if you're looking for it, which I can't wait to get there and look at. So that stuff, I don't know what else. There might be horror stuff too. They've recently revealed the Gremlins tattoo 2-pack because they're doing Gremlins 2 stuff. And they got you get the tattoo and the different cutaway scenes, or not really cutaway scenes, but the montage of Gremlin stuff from in Gremlins 2. So we got the tattoo polar guys. And then this other thing, which is pretty cool, which is Billy the Puppet from Saw. If I can find him. There he is. And Billy the Puppet's coming. It's a 12-inch Billy the Puppet with his bike there. Which, if you collect horror, that's kind of cool. But yeah, should be coming. There's some other stuff. Then they got the Master of the Universe movie versions. That's Skeletor from the movie. That's coming soon. They just revealed those. That's kind of cool. But let's see. Bantha with Fett. Yeah, for real. The Bantha, yes, that's a yes. Tuscan chieftain dude and the female Tuscan raider. Yes. All of that stuff should already be out. I don't know why it's not. It's crazy that it's not. I just think that those were no-brainers. Even watching the show, I remember when I first watched the show, I was like, "Oh, these figures are coming. Can't wait." Oh, the alien pulse rifle. I forgot about that thing. Is it coming soon? I forgot about that. I forgot about that thing. Wow, yeah, it looks pretty cool. I didn't order it because it was expensive, but I'm a big Aliens fan. Like I've mentioned before, like when I was a kid, we had Aliens on a VHS tape that my dad had recorded off of the television during a like free weekend for one of the movie stations or something. And we had Aliens and I used to watch it almost every day. It was like one of my favorite movies. And I was like, as soon as I could work the VCR. So 5, 6, 7, 8, right in those years, watch it all the time. I would fast forward it to the part where they entered the alien nest part, where the Marines entered the alien nest part and all like hell breaks loose. So fast forward that and watch the rest of it. It scared me so much, just the isolation and knowing you had no hope. The whole part like scared the crap out of me. Like I really felt for the people because like they really had no hope, but they still, they made it. But yeah, great movie. So I don't know. They started making alien figures. I don't know. Oh, right, yeah. Handwritten ink and pen on the thing, right? Yep, for sure, exactly. They did. I know. I'm pretty sure Dutch was available as a figure. I kind of remember Dutch from Predator being a figure. He's got his shirt off and stuff. And they started making alien figures at the end of the 90s or right at the beginning of I'm sorry, in the beginning of the end of the 80s or right at the beginning of the 90s. And they were Kenner. They were Kenner figures too. There might have been some before that, but I don't remember them. So I know if I didn't have any personally, but I remember the commercial for some of the alien figures when I was a kid. But it's funny how you would get when you were a kid in the 80s, kids would get toys and action figures from rated R and horror movies for kids. Like Rambo, bunch of killing, many deaths, many people die, RoboCop toys, all that stuff. Bunch of dead people. Always but toys for kids out of all those movies. So I don't know. So unless you guys have something else you want to talk about, or any questions, we might start to wrap it up now. So if you have any questions, let me know, or there's something else that you wanted to talk about or have a comment about, then definitely let me know. Because I'll stick around for that. But if nobody has anything, unfortunately, I don't have a giveaway today. It's like the first time that I haven't had one, and I feel bad that I don't, but I didn't have time to put one together today. That's a good topic. Where did the sex bots go? I don't know. They've come by a couple times today. But no sex bots right now. But they're always welcome. Always welcome. One time I'm going to click on one and see what it's all about, but not today. Yeah, man, no problem. So yeah, if nobody's got anything else, I'm just gonna wait for just a couple minutes just to make sure that see if anybody who was behind has a question or anything. But I hope everybody enjoys their weekend. Does anyone have any cool plans? I'm not really doing much. But Monday's a holiday and then kids go back to school. So if you got some kids, it's probably on Tuesday. I saw them on Instagram, but I posted them on my Instagram. I don't know if you're on Instagram, but there are websites that have them. I think Jedi News had them. Yakface.com probably has them. What were the other ones? Any of those toy news sites are gonna have them. What was another one? Probably Jedi Temple Archives probably has them. Oh, class is starting, huh? Yep. Get ready for that. Oh, that sounds fun. Nice. Yeah, that sounds fun. Well, pack your figures good, man. You don't want to get any damages on the way back or on the way over there. Oh, nice. Yeah, man, no problem. Thank you guys. Thank you for visiting. Over in Vegas, huh? Hey, I don't know if you're a Raiders fan, but good for you. You got McDaniels over there. Oh, have you? Oh my God. That's rough. Oh, all right. Hey, no problem. No problem. We might start doing one during the week. At the, not in the afternoon or anything, but like in the evening. So some people who usually can't come on Saturday might be able to come. It would be short though. It'd be like an hour. But might start doing that. Hello, Ronaldo. What's up? Oh, no National Felon League? NHL is cool though, yeah. Vegas Knights are good. Generally are good. Kind of rare to have an expansion team be so good right out of the jump. All right, guys. So it's good to talk to everybody. I hope you guys have all fantastic weekends. Enjoy the day off. Yeah, I'm thinking about maybe setting something up where we can do an hour on like a Wednesday or something, so the people who can't come on the weekend can still interact. So we will see. But I hope everybody has a good weekend. Thank you for coming and stopping by. I thoroughly enjoy these and speaking with other collectors. I say it every time, but I don't have many other collecting friends that I can speak to about collecting. So I get to speak to you guys, which is fine for me, which is great. But same time next week. Let's go Red Wings. So yeah, same time next week. I'll talk to you guys and good luck with this week, with whatever you're doing. Good luck at school. And I'll talk to you guys later. All right, bye.